Okongo Homogeni, or we begin with Shakeel Shabbir?
Yes,
Let's begin with you.
Start with us because
Yes.
start with us because they're the ones who went and messed it up.
It began in the National Assembly.
Yes.
Went to the Senate. It was mutilated in the Senate. Yes.
Oh, no, let's go to the background.
We go to the background.
Start the background.
Yes.
In 2022, just towards the end of before the end of that term, there was a threat of blacklisting. Grey listing was already there, and blacklisting was falling up because the advocates refused to abide by the financial requirements of giving information about possible financial transactions that may have questionable resources. I remember that in the parliament it really went haywire. I represent APNAC, the African Parliamentarians Against Corruption. I'm the chair. This young man here is our secretary. I remember 2022. And this is by chance that you've called us both here.
Coincidence.
In 2022.
There was no memo.
No, in 2022.
Yes.
I spoke to the President Uhuru Kenyatta just before the elections. We had to go to Egypt, and they were going to blacklist us. And a very quick bill was passed stopping that blacklisting. We went into grey listing. So who grey listed us? The Financial Action Task Force, the United Nations, the international one. There is also the East and Southern African anti-laundering group. It started there. We were grey listed. So after the 2022 election, this was to be resorted out. So when the bill came in 2024 or 2025, I remember, the National Assembly came up with the bill. And APNAC was a player in this, and we were advising certain issues and and lobbied for certain things, which not all of them did the National Assembly JLAC actually cover. But in essence, it covered the issue of conflict of interest as seen by the global world in the financial system. Because if you do not match with them, they grey list you, your loans are affected, everything is affected. So we looked at that particular proposal, and we were fairly confident that the bill as proposed by the National Assembly would be able to tackle the concerns of the international organizations. What happened actually on the 23rd of February 2024, as we were working on this, the listing was announced. First, it was not announced in 2022. By 2024, the 23rd of February, the listing of grey listing was announced. We raised this the concern. As APNAC, we raised this with the ruling party, the opposition party, and all others, including this what we call sniping against the anti-corruption law. So one of the sniping was with Honorable Ruko. He tried to make some amendments in the anti-corruption law. We had to fight that one. Kaluma as well, Mheshimiwa Kaluma. We had to go to the opposition party, to Raila Odinga and others, to tell them to step down.
The procurement clauses, isn't it?
That's right. Yes. No, it's all part and parcel of the anti-corruption. So even Ruko, the Honorable Ruku.
Yes.
Yes, we wrote to the DP, we wrote to the ruling party, we wrote to the president. This is APNAC. So when this thing happened, we went back to JLAC. JLAC says, "Look, we did everything we could." But Senate, these lawyers of Senate, have found out ways to cut it down. So APNAC, of which covers Senate as well as the National Assembly. We made an appeal to the Senate. They totally ignored us, not even bothered to call us in. As a result of their, what you call amendments, they dismembered the whole thing. Now the situation came back. We then wrote to the President, APNEC. And today, I wish I'd known it, we were going to talk about it. I have a letter from State House confirming that we wrote to them and confirming that based upon certain information that the President got, including our letters and our stand, he has vetoed this thing. So we are very pleased that the President has recognized APNEC as African Parliamentarians Against Corruption, has recognized the action that took place within the National Assembly.
Thank you.
And has also recognized that Senate has gone out of its way to dismantle all the anti-corruption laws because of the weak supervision that they have among themselves as advocates.
Right.
And if you look at the people who actually made presentations in the Senate at the time of this conflict of interest, they were all lawyers.
They're all lawyers.
They were all lawyers. I don't want to mention the
including our senior counsel here. All right, we'll cross over to him momentarily.
And they were saying,
yes.
oh, there are the laws. And I said to them, hold on, even in the 10 Commandments, there are the laws covering some of these things, but they are the 10 Commandments. That doesn't mean by repetition of that particular thing that we should do this law and that law. They didn't listen to us.
Thank you.